I signed for them after the Euros, and after my first day's training, I was driving home. I was actually thinking, regretting it. What have I done? Like I walked into a circus.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Deal or no deal, John Duggan, Phil Egan, you're very welcome.
Hello, Owen.
Starting this morning with sensational news from Portugal and have the best rumour of the window so far on the way. So Manchester United's bid for Bruno Fernandes is dead, apparently, because they refused to meet Sporting Lisbon's £68 million asking price for the 25-year-old Portugal midfielder. They wanted closer to £55 million. Jorge Mendes, his agent, says he doesn't know what's happening. Manchester United obviously don't know what they are doing. We're not talking about this anymore because we have a more fun story, which is this. Manchester United can make a surprise move to re-sign Boca Juniors' 35-year-old Argentina forward Carlos Tevez, according to Tuttosport in Italy. That story has got momentum and been picked up by the likes of the BBC. It's almost 13 years since he first signed for United. The report says that the sensational move is being considered as a low-cost temporary solution for their striker crisis. Should the forward, who will be 36 on February the 5th, return to Old Trafford?
No, not for his own safety. Because he obviously left.
Or Fred Woodward's safety.
Your mic is muted.
Or Fred Woodward's safety.
Yes, that would be a disaster for Ed Woodward in general as a human being. So you're not having this, you're not having, even for Carlos Tevez from his own prison?
No. I don't think he's in the Henrik Larsson category, where Larsson did make a positive impact on United.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I mean, you're talking about lads that have played years ago for the club. Like, sure, why not just bring back Dennis Law then? He played for both clubs.
Cantona.
Yeah, like this is.
Well, like, I mean,
things are bad at United, but they're not that bad.
What's his form been like? How's he looked? I know it's been like a couple of years since we've kind of been like, could he still do a job in Europe? I don't think anybody's ever still having those thoughts about Carlos Tevez.
No, definitely not.
Right, bonus question. Who else should Manchester United bring back?
Bring back? Are you talking about when they were, like, you bring them back as good as they were, or?
No. No.
The only of the former players, like Zlatan was obviously not somebody that I thought they would go for, but he's at AC Milan. The rest of the former players, not really. I don't really see how it's going to work, but they need something, and this is a problem with United. Every transfer window, it's a saga. So Bruno Fernandes is the saga. The one in August, or the whole summer, was Harry Maguire. We've had Paul Pogba. They just take an age to do it. They might end up signing Bruno Fernandes, but
is he the answer to their problems?
He's one of the answers, but there's a lot of answers.
It says on my sheet here, could Bex do a job in an auxiliary quarterback style role, spreading passes to James and Martial?
No. If you could bring on special teams and Beckham was just used for corners, then perfect. Because how many times do you see corners not even beating the first man, whereas Beckham obviously has an unbelievable delivery. But that's all.
So just basically teach one of your actual young players who's actually at a fit professional age to beat the first man, and you've got a better version of David Beckham. Yeah, that's your advice.
Set pieces are such a vital thing. Look at Liverpool last night. They got their first goal from a set piece. Same on Sunday. They have the best record from set pieces this season. So I'm always amazed that teams don't do more prep, or if they do, they just don't execute it properly.
Right, Liverpool are interested in signing Real Madrid midfielder Isco, although the Spanish club want about €70 million for the 27-year-old. Is this a runner, lads? As they mature as a European power, will the next phase involve these names coming to the club? Do they need to start signing Galacticos?
No.
No.
Well, who would Isco replace in the team as well?
Yeah, they could definitely do with players in midfield. There's probably, I'm thinking, watching them last night, obviously Mane went off, so, and we talked about this earlier in the week about maybe signing an out-and-out goal scorer. They could do with one or two options in midfield as well, because it looks like Lallana is going to leave. Don't know exactly what's going to happen with Gini Wijnaldum, because his contract is up.
I read that he could be on the move.
Yeah, not this summer, but the following summer his contract is up. So they might take... But then again, you watch him play and you think, how could they let him go, give him a new contract? But players like Isco, I wouldn't classify him as a Galactico.
No, it's true, I suppose.
He could work because...
Mbappe would be a Galactico, yeah. And you're very anti-Kylian Mbappe.
Are you anti-Kylian Mbappe?
I love Kylian Mbappe.
If he had him for free, didn't even have to pay him any money, he wouldn't take him.
He's been flashing his eyelashes, Kylian Mbappe, recently, about Liverpool.
He certainly has.
He was complimenting Trent's celebration where he...
I just remember Isco at the World Cup, the Spain-Russia game. The way I would describe Spain-Russia, as I think I did to you, Owen, is that they went on a journey in a car to a roundabout and drove around the roundabout for the whole day. Imagine being in a car driving around a roundabout for the whole day. That's what Spain did in that game with Isco, 1,000 passes.
Yeah. He would work in that Liverpool team, but I don't know if they'd sign him. And wasn't there an issue with the size of his head before?
Yeah, massive issue with the size of his head.
Yeah, David Moyes and Manchester United didn't sign him because there was an issue with his head.
Yeah, like you might just not get a clean strike on that header, you know.
Normally it's ego rather than actual physical.
Tottenham Hotspur have agreed a €20 million deal with Inter Milan to sell midfielder Christian Eriksen, 27. But Barcelona may hijack that deal. Sky Sports say they are considering making an 11th hour bid to steal the Dane from the Italians. Do we have any faith in the Barca story? And will Spurs regret letting him go?
No faith in the Barca story. You might see the prop that I've luxuriously brought into the Off the Ball AM studio, the Tottenham Hotspur scarf.
Sickening.
We won't regret letting him go, no. Eriksen's 27. At 30, where will he be in the game? Has he improved? I'm not so sure if he has improved. He's been a great player for Spurs and a really good asset, but he doesn't want to be there. It's clear, it's obvious. Mourinho tried to persuade him, as he did. He did successfully persuade Alderweireld to stay. Vertonghen, I think, does want to stay. Whether they should give him a new deal, I don't know. But cash in, get the. I think he will go to Inter. They'll probably get 20 million. I think they were hoping to get maybe 5 times that. But
are you still Jose in?
I'm Jose. Yeah, I know everybody else is not, but I'm in until I see what happens next season. Until I see how much money he's given, what he does in the summer. And I'm still in. I'm not the only person in the world who's in, but I'm just still...
I'm sure Jose himself is in.
Yeah. I know the game has changed and everybody says that, but he still is a serial winner of trophies. And they might even win the FA Cup this season.
Percentage chance of him qualifying for the Champions League. I went for 40% last week. Phil went for 0.
I go for 15%.
That's 6 points off fourth.
Yeah, but this is the worst Premier League season. Like United have been the worst team in history to be 5th right now, statistically. Spurs they're very poor at the moment. Lo Celso aside, who's actually the only one.
I watched the last 20 minutes of them the other night against Norwich. They brought the ball into the corner to try and kill the game.
There's such a gap between Leicester and the rest. So it's really just Chelsea that you're hoping that Chelsea mess up because there's such a gap between the top 3.
We've got to move on to a couple of the last stories. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is open to a move to Barcelona. That's from our good friends at Mundo Deportivo. Arsenal are favourites to sign French midfielder Thomas Lemar from Atletico Madrid. Yesterday morning, Damien Delaney said Arsenal's real problem is their midfield, not their centre-backs. What do you think Arsenal's real problem is, Phil?
I would like to ask that question to Damien Delaney if he played for 20 minutes alongside Skodra Mustafi. Would he still feel that the midfield is an issue? Which... there is an issue there, but Mustafi is an issue.
But maybe the issue is from the midfield and Mustafi, and then it's just contagious issue to the other centre-back.
Oh, look, Mustafi is just... He reminds me a little bit of Day and Lovren, where they want that physicality, they want to throw themselves into tackles. Lovren obviously does it better. I would rate Lovren well ahead of Mustafi, but just... the other night summed up Mustafi at Arsenal, the back pass, which obviously ends up in Luiz getting sent off for it.
Yeah. One last one. John, this is for you. Newcastle United ready to make an offer for Tottenham's England defender Danny Rose.
Apparently they do want to sell him.
Deal or no deal?
Deal. By the way, Arsenal's problem, a lack of leaders. They've no leaders. They're soft, marshmallow soft.
Oof, that's tough from the Spurs fan. That's deal or no deal for this morning.
I signed for them after the Euros. After my first day's training, I was driving home. I was actually thinking, regretting it, what have I done? Like I walked into a circus.
It's amazing, isn't it?